Hey everyone, Ben Tilson here with the Better Rochester Initiative. I'm here with my good friend Danielle Teal. If you don't know her already, she does Random Acts of Kindness Rochester, which is now known as CAKE, Carrying Acts of Kindness Everywhere.
That's right, you got it.
I love that name. It's so cool, so you can hashtag that all day.
That's right.
I love it. So I'm going to sit down with Danielle Teal. One of the things with the Better Rochester Initiative is to highlight volunteers, you know, people you can connect with, you know, do good things in the community and maybe meet some new people along the way. So, Danielle, where does your passion for carrying acts of kindness, where did that come from?
So at first it was called Random Acts of Kindness Group Rochester, Minnesota. So it was focused in Rochester, Minnesota, and it had the Rochester Random Acts of Kindness in it. We had to differentiate because we are not a nonprofit. We are a professional volunteer group. So there's a difference between our group, and it was getting confused with the Rochester or the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation on the national site, which is a nonprofit. And it kind of like was the last straw when a local news station incorrectly reported that. So I was like, okay, we got to change the name. So we changed the name to Carrying Acts of Kindness. I put an ask out, and it was a little kind of contest. And we gave a random act of kindness to the person that that submitted the name. Barbara Sorensen submitted the name, and we absolutely love it. It's perfect because it doesn't just focus in Rochester, although our focus is Rochester, but we're looking to go global. We want to do huge things and help in tremendous ways.
So it's you as a person, since you kind of started this initiative in Rochester, where does that passion come from? Wait, what made you say, hey, one day I'm going to start doing random acts of kindness? What got you into this?
There has to be a driving force when you have some sort of passion. And what happened was I felt like in 2012 I needed to do something beyond myself. I feel like I am a selfless individual, but I could grow more in that aspect. And so I decided to do a random act of kindness every single day in 2012. And it was leap year, so it was 366 days. And I've never broken the resolution. I continue to do it every single day. It became a habit, and it moved from just one person to a group within Mayo Clinic where I work, and then it exploded outside of that into a group on Facebook. And so Mayo Clinic, we have about 500 people, and externally on Facebook we have like 2,300, and we're looking to grow that because we post opportunities for people to get engaged, to do random acts of kindness, to volunteer in the community. You and I work together quite a bit on those things as well. And so the whole premise and goal that's motivated behind these two pages and me talking about acts of kindness publicly is that there's a stigma related to kindness. People think that kindness should be done anonymously. It only has merit and worthiness if it's done anonymously. And I'm looking to provoke and challenge that a little bit by utilizing a social contagion strategy, talking about kindness and carrying out acts of kindness publicly, because it also has merit. People should do what they're comfortable with. They should do it anonymously if they're comfortable, but people should be able to talk about kindness. If the worst thing we can do is talk about kindness, I think we're doing okay.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100% on that one. It's, you know, it's so true. I mean, it's so true. We have it pretty good in this life, I think, for the most part here in America. And every, you know, I know there's a lot of third world countries out there that, you know, go through poverty and stuff like that. And we have it so good here. And if we could promote that kindness, exert it into different communities, and that is just going to force that to go global. Because, you know, one random act of kindness can change everything.
It totally does. And it's never one person. It's always what happens after that. What's the ripple effect? It always connects with someone, because random acts of kindness creates the ultimate happiness trifecta. It makes the recipient happy, it makes the giver happy, and it makes the spectators happy. And people get involved just by seeing something or reading about a story that's related to acts of kindness. And so we are bold with it. We talk about it. We don't shy away from it. We share about, oh, we got someone's coffee and it was so cool. And the conversation and connection that comes from that, because kindness bridges relationships, and that's what's really powerful. That's how you and I got connected.
Absolutely, yeah, it definitely is. You know, Danielle Teal was one of the first people like I first got connected with here when I came to Rochester, especially when I started doing a lot of volunteer work. And I actually did a project with Random Acts of Kindness Rochester, and it was overly successful. It was actually overly successful. We did this Dress for Success drive to bring in business clothes for the Workforce Development Center here in Rochester, and we had so much clothes left over from their event that we actually had to send it to 3 different nonprofits.
And that's a great problem to have.
And
that's phenomenal.
And that was so cool. So
and you use the strategy of social contagion for that. So the reason why it was successful is it was talked about, it was promoted, it was shared. The call to action was very much out there, and people were encouraged to participate and join in and talk about it as well. So that's the beautiful part about social contagion.
So what I always like to talk about in these videos is how has volunteering, doing these random acts of kindness helped you professionally, like in your professional life?
Well, when I do the random acts of kindness, obviously I'm not looking for a kickback. You know what I mean? I do it without the expectation of anything in return. However, it has connected me and provided a supportive social network in a personal aspect with I have 2 daughters and myself, and we feel very loved and supported in the community, and I love to love too, so I give that back. In a professional aspect, I'm at Mayo Clinic, and I absolutely love my job there. My team is so dynamic, and we have such a great working relationship. My boss supports me in the Random Acts of Kindness initiatives, and I love it because she'll share with me Random Acts of Kindness stories and things like that. So I'm really grateful to be in an environment where I am supported in sharing the love sort of deal. And then also, I'm at 106.9 KROC now. And the premise of my show, which is the midday show between 10 to 2 p.m., is to promote kindness and to share positive, inspiring news. Because what the world needs more of is positive, inspiring news. We are inundated with a lot of really bad stuff. And it's not to say that we should shy away from things in communities and beyond that need to be addressed. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that what we need is more inspiration so that we're not as reactive.
Absolutely.
We're proactive, and we're doing really positive work.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So if there's any individuals out there that's really resonated towards what you said today, how could they connect with you? How can they get involved with Cake?
Well, what they could do is they connect with me on Facebook. Obviously, I'm active on social media. You can add me on Facebook. I love making new friends. And you can also go like the Cake page, which is Carrying Acts of Kindness Everywhere. And you can also connect with me, and I can share the link as well. Although you can probably share the link on this, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, like always, I'll always share the information on the status above on Facebook. On YouTube, it will be in the description below. There will be links to her Facebook page for Cake, not her personal page, but for Cake. And you know, if you want to send her a personal Facebook request, send her a message, tell you who you are, what you want to do, your intentions.
I would like to know that first, just so I know it's not some random
and it's something simple like that. And so say, hey, you know, Danielle, hey, I got this great idea for a Random Acts of Kindness, and I think you would love it, and I want to be a part of it with you, because Danielle Teal is one of the most contagious people. It's so amazing, like how easy it is to talk to her. I text her about, hey, you want to do better Rochester? She was all over it, and you know, the support she provides to so many people out there is just so contagious, and it's so cool to see what she does in this community on a daily basis. And also, if you missed my previous videos, I met with Chris Loving just before this. I got videos before that, so if you want to check out those videos, get connected to those people. All great people to connect with. And like I said, if you connected with Danielle Teal here today, please reach out to her. Please get involved with her. It's a great way to get back to the community, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time. Thanks, guys.
And Ben, thanks for all you do to the community. Thank you.
I appreciate it.